Let's move around to the crowd some more. Roberto Duran, I think the fighter of the decade, probably the best fighter inch for inch and pound for pound alive today. Although as Zarate grows, he may contest that claim. And Arguello is a good puncher, though a stand-up fighter and reasonably easy to hit. So I give the honor to Roberto Duran. And Sly Stallone was just in the picture, I believe. Yes, there he is. The Sly one himself. Rocky, and he's going to make another one called Rocky 2. He's on top right now. In any event, the fighters will finally be coming out of the dressing rooms in just one moment, and that's when we will be back. Well, there's an old familiar friend, Tommy Bosley, the father of Ronnie Howard in Happy Days. And remember him in Fiorello as the mayor on the Broadway stage? I trust that some of you do. Superb performer. There are more than that around here. Let's pan over, if we can, Chet, to Chevy Chase. When I say Chet, I refer to our illustrious director, Chet 40. And let's be plain, cold, honest about this. We are filling. What's holding the fighters up, I don't know, but I'm not going to lie to a single one of you. I'm glad to see you, Chevy, but I wish the fighters would be brought out of the dressing room. We're back to Larry Holmes. And hopefully, Holmes will be coming out. I am advised that it's not Norton who's holding this up, but Larry Holmes. Norton has been ready for 5 to 10 minutes, and this could be a ploy by Holmes in his whole psychological attack on Norton before this bout has ever taken place. That's Rich Giacchetti covering Holmes's face now. Rich Giacchetti, the manager of record of Larry Holmes. I state that measuredly, the manager of record. I went to Johnny Mag, the Nevada State Boxing Commissioner, because of repeated rumors that the promoter, Don King, really owned Larry Holmes. He said there hasn't been a shred of evidence of that. We've got documented evidence that Giacchetti is the manager of Larry Holmes, and the promoter is not involved. Just for the sake of full disclosure. Now, Holmes approaches the ring. And as he comes down, surrounded by his entourage, the gentleman to his right is an old friend of Robert Goulet's. This is Las Vegas, Nevada, and showbiz names are always present. Into the ring comes Larry Holmes. It's a 20-foot ring. You know from the young loss to Ocasio in a stunning upset, you know that the points are scored here on a 10-point must system. The bout is judged by 3 judges at ringside. The referee controls the bout, has no voice in the scoring. The 3 knockdown rule is waived. This is a championship fight. No saving by the bell except the 15th round should it go that far when the fight ends. And on his way to the ring now is the ring-wise veteran, Kenny Norton. Kenny Norton being preceded by his group. Kenny Norton, always the perfect gentleman, written about as the victim in a column not too long ago by the gifted writer Peter Mars in the New York Times. The victim because Norton and Ali, Ali and Spinks, you wait long enough, you can even get thick of tongue. Ali and Spinks both refused to fight him, and he deserved the chance. So he's been called the victim, and I think justifiably so. Heard the 2 fighters talk about their potential strategies. Kenny wanting to cut the ring in half on Holmes. Kenny will also do undoubtedly what he did in the Jimmy Young fight, go to the stomach, if and when he can. Go to the stomach, he says, and the hands fall. And so you will get to the head more easily. But he's most effective in point of fact on the ropes. And Holmes says he's never going to be on the ropes. He'll be in ring center. So we'll watch closely as this fight takes place to see how the respective strategies work out. It's so hard to predict this fight. Everybody in Las Vegas has been marking it as a pick'em fight. Why? Because you don't know how good Holmes really is. You don't know, having fought 26 undistinguished opponents, if he's as good as he looked against Shavers or whether or not Shavers was over the hill. I made that point earlier in the telecast. At the same time, you don't know how much Norton has lost through 7 months of inactivity. There's Larry Holmes. We'll be back in a minute.
Now playing at a theater near you.
You're looking now at Kenny Norton as we're back live in Las Vegas, Nevada. Kenny Norton, who wants once and for all to be acclaimed by everyone as the world heavyweight champion. Let's listen to Chuck Hall, the ring announcer.
Lou Tabbitt and Joe Swessel. The referee is Mills Lane. This is 15 rounds of boxing for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World. Introducing in the blue corner, originally from Jacksonville, Illinois, now fighting out of Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 220 pounds, the WBC Heavyweight Champion, Ken Norton. And in the red corner, the challenger, weighing in at 209 pounds, hailing from Easton, Pennsylvania, the Easton Assassin, Larry Holmes. 15 rounds of boxing.
All right, that was Chuck Hall. He introduced the referees, Mills Lane. The judges are Joe Swessel, Harold Buck, Bill Kipp. They're all Nevadans, and that must be so according to Nevada state law, and they're all qualified people as you look at the tail of the tape. You heard me talk with Norton about his real age. He gave it as 32, although with a twinkle in the eye and said age is a state of mind. Holmes is listed there at 26. That's in error. He is 28. He has a slight height advantage. He is light 209 for his height. He is quick with his feet. You'll see the steady side-to-side movement. You'll see a piston-like left if he lives up to what he displayed in the fight against Shavers. Holmes trying to look baleful, perhaps in the manner of the late Sonny Liston. A half sneer across the visage. But that doesn't win for you. You win with the fists, and you win with the head, and you win with the heart, and you win with the feet. So we'll have to see about all of this. Kenny Norton right above us here. We're just down below Norton's corner. Just heard some talk in the corner. This again is live from Las Vegas, Nevada, Caesar's Palace. And we've done some big fights here indeed. Two facing one another, and Holmes already making aggressive moves. I think we've really had quite enough of this. Let the fighting take place in the ring. Bill Slayton is Kenny Norton's trainer. Voted Trainer of the Year by the Boxing Writers. A very able man at his job. That's Rich Giacchetti right there talking to Larry Holmes. Freddie Brown's also in the corner, but not the man who did so much for Larry Holmes in the fight against Shavers. That would be Ray Arcel. Now the fight's underway. Let's see if Holmes can work that left against Norton the way he did. So far, Norton's been picking off the blows. Norton says even in ring center, he can get through to Holmes. Beat Holmes with the jab. Holmes with a right lead that missed. First round action for the WBC heavyweight title. Quick exchange there. Holmes shot with that left. Very early in the first round. Thus far, he hasn't been able to work the left, but it's much too early to judge. Work the left in terms of effective work of the left. Kenny lagging that back leg the way he always does. Peculiar posture. Some say he's over-muscled. He has been away 7 months. Some around here were writing he didn't have a knockout punch, which came as news to those who follow the record. Bobbitt in 58 seconds, round one. He retired Jerry Quarry. He broke Ali's jaw. He had to have some punching ability to do that. Overall, 32 KOs. He's got a good overhand right. We haven't seen the left hook recently. He does kind of loop his punches. It's hard from the throw punches straight. Too late to change him. Some have tried. Can't change a fighter's style any more than you can take a late running horse and make him a lead running horse. Arthur McCanny with me at ringside. An observation, Arthur?
Yes, I kind of, something seems very strange with Larry Holmes' right eye, the way he's squinting it. Does that appear to you?
There have been rumors around here, as there always are before a big fight with less than a minute to go in round
He was
one.
hurt.
First, the rumors were, since Holmes stopped boxing 5 days ago, which was unusual, that he had a bad hand. I checked that out, and I decided that it was a ploy. Then they talked about the right eye. And I spent most of yesterday with Larry Holmes. I saw no evidence of it, challenged him on it. He denied it. I don't like these rumors that go around before big fights because I've been around too long.
Yeah.
We'll see during the course of the fight. Right now, let's get back to the action.
They're using the 8-ounce gloves, and of course with 8-ounce gloves, they generally use 10-ounce gloves with heavyweights.
That's true, which makes the 8-ounce glove makes it more possible to... Now, Holmes is beginning to score. Makes a knockout easier with 8-ounce gloves. Coming to the end of round one. Only in the last 30 seconds did Holmes connect. We'll be back. Holmes's right eye, the right side of it may be a little puffy. It may be. It's hard really to determine at this point. That's the eye that Arthur McCanny and I were discussing. Second round action underway, live from Las Vegas, Nevada. First round I gave to Norton, so did McCanny. So did Chris Schenkel, who's also here at ringside.
Norton has a very effective jab. Holmes has that jab going in. He's putting a lot of weight behind it.
Norton is at his most effective when he gets inside. That's when he gets the best leverage on his punches, when he has the most foot balance.
That's right. Keep that pressure on him. Keep that pressure going.
Interesting to see if he starts working to the midsection. He did that against a different Jimmy Young than the one who appeared here tonight, beginning with the fourth round in their fight. Now Holmes is scoring much more effectively than he did in the first round.
That's the best way to fight him, at long range. He'd better not get on too close with Norton.
This is second round action, ladies and gentlemen, and this one has the look of a good fight. Jimmy Young did tremendous as we look at Holmes connecting with that left. Young did tremendous damage to his career. Came in woefully out of shape. A distressing performance from his point of view. The kid Ocasio, who beat him in a split decision, is just a kid. He didn't show enough to warrant much long-term hope for the future.
Holmes is fighting an entirely different fight than when he fought Shavers.
He's not showing in that vein, Arthur. He's not showing the side-to-side movement that he showed in that Shavers fight. He seems more willing to punch it out. In this round, Holmes fighting at long range is getting in. He got in a good right and left there. And Norton is having trouble getting past that left to get to him, which Norton wants to do. Note Norton lagging that back foot always. And this is a very good round for Larry Holmes.
Absolutely, and this is the way he should fight him all night.
If he can. There's
Beautiful
another
jab.
man in the ring. You can't always do what you want to do. We are now coming down to the last 35 seconds of the round, and the crowd is enjoying this one.
Do it again. Do it again.
Holmes looks in good shape.
At 209 he is. But Kenny Norton at 220 was not too heavy. At 220, Jimmy Young was a balloon. We've got 15 seconds left in the second round.
Oh, he hurt. It looked like he hurt Norton.
Well there as
Beautiful
Norton
right
missed. Holmes now fighting with efficiency, looking sturdy and purposeful. We'll be back. You're looking at Kenny Norton. Round 3, the bell just sounding. You don't want to psychoanalyze a fight. Slayton, Norton's trainer, had a long talk with him between rounds. Norton looked troubled. I must say, I know Kenny Norton. He's having trouble getting past that left. And he was disturbed by the events of the second round, which Holmes clearly won. Now Holmes is getting that long left in there.
And he's putting all his weight behind it, which is the way to throw it.
Norton wanting there to get Holmes against the ropes where he does his best damage, unable to do so. Holmes keeping his pre-fight prediction that he would fight this fight in ring center, and he did exactly that as the storyline of this fight develops for you. That long left keeping Kenny away. Kenny wanting to get inside.
Norton seems to fear that right hand, that overhand right of Holmes.
Kenny Norton, knowing that For the umpteenth time in his life, he's got a crossroads fight. If he loses this one, that's got to be it for Kenny Norton at his age.
Howard, look how low Norton keeps his left hand. He's vulnerable for a right hand. He keeps entirely too low.
He's totally unafraid of Holmes's right hand. Holmes is not a knockout puncher. He's willing to take the right if he can get inside. It's the left that's keeping him off as you look at it. And so, here in the third round, Holmes is fighting his fight. Norton is trying to fight his kind of fight, but he hasn't been successful except in the first round. Often you're seeing Norton leave himself off balance and open after missing as he tries to get inside but is not able to do so. Again, we're live in Las Vegas, Nevada, and that piston-like left keeps moving out and into Norton, keeping Norton away.
And Holmes is keeping the fight right in the center of the ring.
But finally, Norton got in a good left. There is a redness in Norton's left eye. The left corner of the left eye already from the Holmes left. Kenny swinging with that looping right, but not connecting. Holmes purposeful. You can see it in his face. It was not bluster, it was real confidence. I wondered if the confidence was apparent or real. It appears to be real. Kenny covering up after a right lead, but not scoring any damage with it.
Now Kenny is throwing a very effective jab. Howard. There he goes.
That was a good left jab by Kenny. Kenny had said he beat Norton with the left jab, but only on infrequent occasions has he been able to do that. The end of the third round coming up. Good fight so far. The bell for round 4. Kenny Norton again getting a long talking to from his trainer Bill Slayton. And Holmes trying to pick up right where he left off. So far, in 2 of the 3 rounds, Holmes has fought his fight. And Norton's not been able to do anything about it. Thus, Kenny can't fight his fight. Be interesting to see if Kenny can get inside of Holmes. Right there, a left and a right. A left to the belly. He may start trying to go to that belly. This is the 4th round. That's when he tried to against Jimmy Young.
Norton is trying to get on the inside, but Holmes won't permit him to get in.
That's the storyline of this fight so far. Holmes making his fight. Right there. Sidewise left by Kenny Norton.
I would like to see Holmes keep his left up a little higher now.
Kenny Norton with a good left to Holmes's head. Now, Holmes reverting to the left jab, which is a stinging left jab. Not just, in most cases, a flicking jab, but a stinging jab.
Yeah, he has all his weight behind it.
Holmes carries that left low. He's open for the right in that posture. And that's what Norton is trying to set. But look there. 3 quick lefts in a row by Holmes. You can see this strategy evolve in front of your very eyes. Holmes fighting Norton only partially in the way he fought Shavers. Only partially because he has not found it necessary to maintain lateral movement. On his toes, dancing left and sometimes going back right.
There's something that I noticed, Howard. Holmes is raising his right elbow when Norton throws that wild left hook, and he's catching it with it.
This is 4th round action, ladies and gentlemen. That was the voice of Arthur McCanny. Holmes with a good quick combination on the inside. Holmes dominating this fight. Kenny trying to cover.
There it is. That's the right that's going to work, because Kenny is keeping his left entirely too low.
Kenny getting in an occasional left, but not able to get past that left of Holmes. As you watch Kenny fight Holmes, don't you wonder why he gave Ali so much trouble? Because certainly Ali's left has been a super weapon through the years. And when Kenny fought Ali, Ali was a lot younger. If you're in the studio, Muhammad, keep listening.
Holmes is in no way afraid of Camp, the way he's boxing him. He's doing an excellent job.
We're coming to the end of the 4th round. Holmes at present in command. Let's quick look at Larry Holmes, the bell for the 5th round. We're right under Norton's corner. During the break between rounds, he was being told, Norton was, to relax, to feint easier, and then to use his left. Said the way you're doing it now, Horton comes in with his left in response to you, and he's jabbing in double. 30 seconds now into round 5. And Norton is a troubled fighter. It's a scheduled 15-rounder. Holmes has never gone 15, but Norton is really a troubled fighter. His movements seem jerky at this point. He's coping with himself, grappling with himself, trying to figure out how to get inside. Look at Holmes pawing with that left, the way you so often used to see Ali do.
Norton is going right into that jab all the time.
Basic storyline here, folks, is simple for you to follow, even if you're not boxing fans. Larry Holmes is controlling this fight.